Most Feared Part 2, let's talk about it a little bit because I think it's a bit underwhelming. I feel like we've gone backwards from Most Feared Part 1. There's still a bunch of champions still to be released. Kind of want to talk about everything, what's come out the past few days, what's coming out in the next few days. Let's break it all down. We got to go over, of course, 2 MUT leaks. So, first thing, Legends this Saturday. We actually know the stats of these cards. We can show them. We have Lawyer Malloy or Leroy Butler. I'm actually not sure which one it is. It is Leroy Butler. So Leroy Butler, Dwight Freeney, and David DeCastro. Stat-wise, Leroy Butler's going to have 90 speed. A little bit low in the man coverage, only 81. Good zone coverage on him. David DeCastro is a lineman, and then Dwight Freeney has 89 speed. So another really, really fast edge rusher. We've been getting a lot the past few weeks, and it's good. You got to keep up with those super fast quarterbacks now. Having guys with 88, 89 speed at the defensive end position is very, very key. These cards shouldn't be that expensive. Leroy Butler, of course, will, but he's an LTD. They're always expensive. But Dwight Freeney, David DeCastro, they shouldn't be more than 500K. If there's a good offer, maybe even a mid-300s. We've seen some new champions like that Aeneas Williams, Drew Brees release where they weren't that exciting. Were pretty cheap. Next big bombshell we actually got yesterday, AKA. So we don't have a few weeks in advance, but we know this Monday's champions being George Kittle and then Deion Sanders. And if you actually go to the replies, there is a vintage LTD version of Deion Sanders. So I assume, again, those are going to be 90 overalls, with this version right here being a 91 overall Deion Sanders. So another really, really good week of AKAs. Niners theme team now is kind of making a push for their say as the top NFL theme team in the game. But on top of all that, there are a bunch of champions. And really this kind of goes, and actually let's go back now into Madden. Because, there's a few things to talk about with Most Feared Part 2. First up, the Treat Store, or the Fear Store, sorry. So they did actually refresh all of the pack offers. So if you bought 5 Terrifying packs, I've been told they did refresh. You can buy another 5 this week. However, the player ones like these did not get refreshed. So I guess if you're a Fear hoarder, you love playing that draft event, or you've been collecting Fear somewhere or the other, open up the packs because they're going to refresh again next week if you have that extra surplus of the Fear currency. Other than that, Most Feared Part 2, shocked. I really was. I don't know if this was planned, but it feels almost like a filler week, right? We only got 4 champions, 2 LTDs. Now the 2 champions, or the 2 LTDs, Chris Jones is solid, Tavon Austin, really, really cool. But the champions, man, only 4 champions. I'm not saying the champions are bad. They're actually really good. I think 3 out of the 4 of them are S tier cards. You have Jalen Johnson, one of the best defensive backs in the game. Deebo Samuel, 90 speed wide receiver. Nick Chubb is kind of the dud of the group because we've gotten so many good running backs as of late. And then the final card, if I can find it, is Cam Chancellor. He's, 6'3", 90 speed. Seahawks theme team going to get even better next week with Tariq Woolen LTD coming into the game. But I was just shocked that we only got 4 champions because it felt like we were on that theme of 8 to 9 champions, some LTDs. And based on the leaks we had gotten the previous few weeks, we kind of felt like we were going to be getting, I would say, at least 6 champions. 4 was they showed them on the broadcast, and I was sitting back is that it? I feel like we're so that. The other, I would say, changeover for Most Feared is, and they still aren't really giving us a lot of the upgrade tokens for Taysom Hill and Ndamukong Suh, but the big one, and they kind of screwed over some people that were hoarding champions in 87 overalls and the elites, was they actually changed the completionist set's description. I mean, if you were just literally yesterday, this set right here had only 10 champions in it, and you just needed 1 of them from Part 2, and then you logged in today, and they added another 10 of them. And pretty much said, yeah, it's not going to be available until Halloween, that we assume to be the Part 3 and the final part of Most Feared. So if you bought all these prior to today, you bought the 9 that were out, and then you were just going to buy 1 today, you kind of got screwed over because these cards kind of everything went down in value. And I can confirm this, the set description did not say this was going to be completable on 10/31. It just literally said, and I could actually get a screenshot from Twitter because I sent it to Bobby because he was one of them that got screwed over because he was trying to just get it out the way. But this was the set last week. This is actually my screenshot, and you can see require 10 players. Did not say anywhere in the set description that it was going to only be completable on 10/31. They literally just updated the set today, which, in my opinion, really, really dumb. And I guess you could say they did that they did do that for not only the 90 overall ones, but the 87 overall ones, because I was going to do this set today. But then they updated it and added another, like, I think it was 8. They added another 8 or 10 87 overalls, and the same thing for 84. So you're not going to be able to complete those until the final part of Most Feared, which, again, it kind of screwed people over that were pre-building them because the whole entire Most Feared market went down today because there wasn't that many champions. There's only 4 champions. They're going all for around 500k, and then Nick Chubb is a little bit cheaper. But now let's go back, though, and this is the point. Let's go back to MUT Leaks because we can pretty much count the number of cards we're still due, and I wouldn't say confirmed, but they're confirmed for Most Feared Part 3 and beyond, potentially. We might get another part, like, on a Tuesday, or maybe a Saturday next week. I mean, who knows? But first up, right, we have DeForest Buckner. He just seems to be a standard champion. Also, we have this, like, event, this Most Feared Challenge event that we did not get this week. It just felt like they're like, hey, here's 4 champions, here's 2 LTDs, and, like, nothing else. They didn't update the draft. They didn't update anything. The Gauntlet Wars, nothing got updated for the most part. We have the Trent Williams, which we, for certain, I thought was going to get for Part 2. Haven't got that card. Nico Collins. So that's already 3 champions we didn't get. Of course, we got Cam Chancellor. Evan Ingram's 1 LTD we did not get. Von Miller would make that the 4th champion we're still due for. Lamar Jackson would be the 5th champion we're still due for. And then we have a few LTDs. We have Tariq Woolen, Nick Bolton. We got Chris Jones, Bijan Robinson, and all the way down here, if I could find it, we got Terrell Suggs. So that makes Terrell Suggs. That makes Bijan Robinson, that's 2. Nick Bolton, 3. Tariq Woolen, 4. Evan Ingram, 5. And unless I'm missing one, that's 5 LTDs we're still yet to be getting. Are they going to drop all 5 on Halloween? That would be pretty crazy. I would probably assume they maybe split them up again. Maybe a Tuesday or Saturday special LTD only release, potentially. But yeah, we have already 5 champions. I believe there's one more champion down here that we did not get. Or maybe not. No, it might just be those 5 champions. Plus the Revis and the Randy Moss, which I'm now starting to think more are going to be changed to champions. They're just going to have to update the card art on them. That would be 7 champions. We already haven't gotten, I believe. And then there might be one more in this list right here. I'm not sure. DeForest Buckner was at the top. So yeah, like, we still have, I don't know, it's confusing. I guess all of these cards, except for Cam Chancellor, Nick Chubb, Jalen Johnson, and Debo, have been released. We also have a Jamel Dean, 88 overall. We don't know where that's going to be. So there's a lot of content that and it honestly feels like there's still some more that we probably don't know about that's going to get released, because the numbers are all odd. There are 5 LTDs and 7 champions. Usually it's an even number. So we're probably still due for 1 or 2 more LTDs each, and they're champions. And at this point, who knows? We know there are at least, actually, no, we know one thing. And I guess this does count the 7. Maybe this is the 7. If we go back, and I don't know, just kind of, puzzle pieces are kind of new, but I've just completely forgot about it in the video. I guess if you go back to that completionist set, there are 7, right? I think it's 7 that we need. If we go to the champions, you can earn, yeah, it's 7 total. So maybe those are the 7 champions. Maybe we're looking at, and yeah, we're looking at maybe Randy Moss, Terrell Revis, DeForest Buckner, Nico Collins, Lamar Jackson, Von Miller, and Trent Williams. I think I'm missing that. Yeah, that would be 7. So that would be all the champions. Yeah, potentially that's what it looks like, and that will be dropping on the 31st. So although it's a bit of a dud, you could say, for Most Feared Part 2, I guess we can hold out hope for Most Feared Part 3. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below about Most Feared Part 2. What champions did you guys pick up? I haven't bought any of the LTDs yet for my team, but I picked up Debo, Jalen Johnson, or I'm forgetting the last one. Debo, Jalen Johnson, and Cam Chancellor. I picked this up. Also, can we talk about Team of the Week a little bit? Man, yeah, I guess we can talk about Team of the Week to end off this video. The champions, man, that we got this week are awesome. I think all 3 are really, really good cards. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. Wait, why? Confused. Where are... There they are. They're down at the bottom. This Brian Thomas Jr. card, man, he doesn't even need the Team of the Week boost. He is a god himself. He is 91 speed. He is 6'3". All route running thresholds. Also is very good in the open field with breaking tackles. He is going to be a top 3 wide receiver, I think, probably until middle of November. Like, this is a special card. I know a lot of top and comp guys also have switched to the Jaguars theme team to get him and Tavon Austin another +1 speed. And then Kareem Hunt, I'm shocked they gave. I mean, trust me, Kareem Hunt is not fast IRL. He can run people over. He can get 3 or 4 yards. man, he is not burning away from anyone. I'm shocked they didn't give him like 88 speed, but they gave him 90 speed, and he's still part of that Chiefs theme team. Brown's theme team also is very popular right now. He's the best running back in the game with that Team of the Week theme team, or if you run either Chiefs or Browns. And even this Cody Barton, which has kind of been overshadowed by Isaiah Simmons, you could even say Fred Warner, although he's very expensive. With the Team of the Week theme team boost, man, he's up there with 91 speed, and he was pretty affordable at around 300K the other day. Kind of climbed back up to 500K now that people are kind of building the Team of the Week theme team because they realize it's that good. I guess the only downside of Team of the Week this week was they seemingly removed all of the old Team of the Week chemistries. Now, those players would not get boosted, but they could still apply to the Team of the Week chem, so it's easy to build the Team of the Week theme team. Whereas now, you pretty much need, if you don't buy any LTDs, you would need every single set or 90, 87, 84, and 82 overall Team of the Week player from Week 7 to get the 9 out of 9 Team of the Week chem. We also have the LTDs, Dante Fowler, Russell Wilson. They're very expensive. Honestly, Dante Fowler, really, really fast. Russell Wilson, top 3 quarterback in the game, you would say. And then we got the Fred Warner, the Alvin Kamara. You see, I own the Fred Warner picked up for $2 million day one. They, for some reason, don't have the chemistry, but they also are very, very expensive. Alvin Kamara kind of got overshadowed by Kareem Hunt, which is why he's not going for that much, although he has to go for a lot because the set is just stupid. It's 8, if we can show it here. Yes, it is pretty much 890 overall. I don't know why they thought this was good or like this was realistic. They could have done 490 overalls and it still would have been overpriced. But they're like, hey, let's do 890 overalls. That'll show them. It's pretty much just a way to like force people if they wanted to like not obtain the content, but interact with the content. They had to open up the $100 special offer. It was a money grab. Like, yeah, these cards are great. It's 2 cards, but it was a complete money grab. These sets might as well not even be here because if you did the set, you were losing like 1 million coins at the minimum, even if you choose Fred Warner. It was entirely a ploy to get people to open the $100 special offer. To have a chance, not even to get one of these cards, I believe. It's just to have a chance of giving Alvin Kamara or Fred Warner. But Fred Warner, 2.4 mil. Yeah, Alvin Kamara, 1.5 mil. And they don't get the Team of the Week cam. I would like to see that. But Team of the Week, man, really, really good this week. And yeah, I think that's all for this video. I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit about Most Feared Part 2, potential, the upcoming Legends, the upcoming AKA content. Looks to be a pretty good weekend. I know Call of Duty's coming out in a lot. I'm personally going to be on Call of Duty a bit this weekend. Yeah, I don't know why they just took a step back from Most Feared Part 1 was the best content drop. Like, complete overall promo when it comes to interaction and having stuff to do. I think since Madden 22, potentially. I know that I'm putting that on a high pedestal, and the champions weren't that good, but, like, the Most Feared Draft event was awesome. They added a head-to-head season reward, which I've been asking for. There was solo battles. There was solo seasons. Like, everything around the promo, involving the promo, except for having rerolls, it had been the best since Madden 22, in my personal opinion. And then we come to Most Feared Part 2, and they just took a step back. And now it's just, was it like a standard content drop? It was like a Gridiron Guardians release. It was just, here are your 4 champions, here are 2 LTDs, no other real interactive content, and hope you like it. But all we can hope for now is Most Feared Part 3 to be a banger. I will see you guys all next time. Until then, peace.